Okay, it looks like we are now streaming live on YouTube. Welcome to the July 12th, 2020.
It still says we're in practice session. Is that true, Casey?
I don't see.
There we go. Good call.
Okay. All right.
Okay. Welcome to the July 12th, 2021 Lincoln County Planning Commission meeting. This time, let's take a call of the roll.
Chair Bobbitt,
Here.
Commissioner Pelletier,
Here.
Commissioner Kier, she's here. Okay, she's waving.
You raised your hand. Yes. Okay.
Commissioner Lambrick,
Here.
Commissioner Skolnick,
Here.
Commissioner Cutler appears absent. Commissioner Stratton,
Here.
Commissioner Bugenhagen also appears absent. Thank you.
Okay, great. We do have a quorum. Are there any input that's not on the current agenda at all?
Nothing tonight, Madam
Staff?
Chair.
No? Okay. Okay. Okay, tonight we're holding a live virtual electronic public proceeding on 3 case files. Those are 01-LUPC 21, 02 LUPC 21, and 03 LUPC 21. The applicants are Sea Ridge Condominiums, Club World Market at Glen Eden Beach, Edward and Joan Tanabe, Richard and Sally Grant, Terry and Janice DeSilvia, and Sherry Kane, respectively. Each of the applicants request an amendment to the Lincoln County Comprehensive Plan to adopt a goal exception to Goal 18 implementation requirement 5. The effect of the goal exceptions would be allow the placement of beachfront protective structures on the subject properties. There was a single hearing that was conducted on each of these goals exception applications on June 14th, 2021, which was reconvened on June 29th, 2021. At the end of that meeting on June 29th, the Planning Commission acted on each of these goal exception applications. A motion was made and carried to approve the Goal 18 exception for case file 01 LUPC 21, Sea Ridge, and the motion directed staff to prepare findings and an ordinance. A motion was made and carried to approve Goal 18 exception for case file 02 LUPC 21, Club World Market, Glen Eden Beach, and that motion also directed staff to prepare findings and an ordinance. And a motion was made and carried to approve a Goal 18 exception for case file 03 LUPC 21, Grant, Tanabe, Kane, DeSilvia, and that motion also directed staff to prepare findings and an ordinance. Tonight, we scheduled to review the findings prepared by staff in conjunction with the applicant's attorneys. However, we've been advised that those findings are still in process and not quite ready. So at this point in time, we need to have a motion to reconvene to adopt these final decisions on a date and time certain. Staff, would you give us an indication if 1 week or 2 would be necessary, and as far as the planning process, as far as making a motion?
Madam Chair, and I'll ask Jerry to chime in here. I think some good progress has been made, so I really think a week from tonight, we will be ready, and with a set of findings and companion ordinances that reflect the instructions that you gave us.
Okay, so that is the 19th of July. Would any of the commissioners care to make a motion to reconvene on that date?
And if any of them, I would say, Madam Chair, too, that just thinking ahead, are you all available that date? Of course, there are a few others we can check with, but that should be part of your considerations too. I hope that.
Let's, before we do that, then let's see, I'm available. If everyone want to raise their hand if they can do, it'll be a electronic meeting, it sounds like.
Yeah,
so
a week from tonight.
Week from tonight. Is everyone available for that? Phil? Okay. All right. Everyone tonight is available. Judy, we can't see you, so.
I
saw it.
am.
Okay.
I am.
You're good.
Okay.
Excellent, excellent. Okay, thank you for asking that first. That seemed like a good thing to
Okay.
do now. We'll check with the others, but at least that's a quorum right there.
Right.
Yeah, and I was asked to comment earlier, Assistant Council Herbage for the record, and I've been in touch, obviously, with the planning department on this, and a lot of progress has been made. I agree with Director Husing that I think will be good for next week.
Great.
Thank you, Jerry.
Okay. Anyone would care to make a motion to reconvene to adopt the final findings?
I would move that we reconvene 1 week from this evening for the final findings discussion
At 7 o'clock, right?
at 7 p.m. Correct.
Terrific. And a
I'll,
second,
I'll second.
and Judy seconds. Okay, all those in favor want to wave your hand or yell out, Judy? If you're in favor? Yes,
Yes, yes.
unanimous, terrific. Okay. All right, we do have on the agenda 2 sets of minutes, draft minutes to approve. One from way back on June 14th, and then our latest edition on June 29th. I hope everyone has had an opportunity to read those. And at this time, if there's any corrections, let's talk about that before making a motion to approve.
Madam Chair, I have a couple of small corrections.
Okay, let's hear it.
The first one, and these just apply to my statement in it. And the first one was on my, let's see, here we go. On my statement after
Which date? Tell us which minutes, the 14th or the 29th?
oh, excuse me, the 29th.
Great.
And it was, it's on page 3, looks like about 3/4 of the way down the page. It's Commissioner Stratton stated. And there is it says, I think it is unreasonable to deprive, and there should actually be the words applicants of the recourse.
So what's missing is the applicants? or-
Applicants, yeah, just the word applicants.
Okay,
And also there is, let's see, where's the other one? The other one is there's a couple of locations, again, still on the 29th, that where my last name is misspelled. It's spelled with an O-N and it should be S-T-R-A-T-T-A-N.
I see that on page 4. Okay,
oh, it's, because it is AN, right?
It's A-N, correct.
You know, I remember when I was, because I did the minutes, it was my fault.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
And
no, this is nobody's, in fact, I remember at one point I was checking. I go, how's your last name spelled again? So I thought I had it right. Maybe I took a wrong turn there, so.
You had the first half right.
Okay.
and I guess as long as we're correcting last names, the spelling of names, you need to add another L to Pelletier.
After all these years.
And that's on page 5 of the 29th.
Thank you.
These are
That's
great,
all I have.
great minutes, Anno.
Excellent minutes, I think. Yes.
Well, I
Right.
want to compliment, well, thank you for the compliment about the minutes, but I want to thank you for the clarity, especially when I did, it was so important that the instructions contain directions, instructions to us. And when I listened to the tape again once or twice and did the minutes, it just really drove it home what a great job you all did, because you gave us great instructions. So thank you.
Madam Chair, I just want to say that I made the corrections in real time just now. So I have noted both corrections from Commissioner Stratton and Commissioner Pelletier.
Terrific. Okay,
Thank you, Megan.
all right. Anything else, or do we have a motion to approve?
Both sets of minutes, right? It's a
Both sets of
package,
minutes,
package
yeah.
deal, right?
Let's go
Okay.
with the 14th first. That one's shorter-ish.
I'll
Anyone?
move to approve.
Excuse me, can I have a clarification maybe from legal counsel? Now, I wasn't present at the first minute hearing, but I went through and listened to the hearing. And as I have all the hearings and so I'm going to vote unless our legal counsel says not to vote.
Oh,
So
on
this-
the minutes, right?
Yeah, this is, Assistant Counsel Herbage for the record, and I agree with what you were saying, Phil. Basically, if you've reviewed the material, you can go ahead and approve the minutes.
Okay, thank you. Sorry, Scarlett.
That's
Okay,
all.
so
Yeah, good. So I move to approve the minutes.
okay, Scarlett. Second,
I'll second it.
Jalen, great.
Yep.
Okay, let's do the hand wave for all those who approve the minutes. It's really messing with the Zoom, isn't it? Okay. And Judy, yes?
Yes.
All right. Thank you. Unanimous. And now for the 29th minutes, June 29th, 2021.
I'll move that we approve the June 29th minutes.
Thank you, Judy.
I'll second the motion.
Thank you, Phil. Okay, let's do the hand wave again. All those who approve. Judy, one more
Yes,
time.
yes.
Great. Okay. At this time, any planning commission concerns or what's coming else up on our horizon if we wade through this? Anything?
I'll just chime in as we noted last time, there's nothing immediately on the horizon, but given the number of people approaching our department for different things, that could change in a heartbeat. So, not that I want another Titanic issue to come rolling in though, at this point. It'd be nice just to be able to have some time to get regular work done, but,
Can we go back to doing cell phone towers again? That seems easy now.
we got pretty good at that, right? Remember how
I
we
think so.
we
My
started
coverage
calling
is only
our,
slightly better, but
remember I started feeling my back in the day, and that because those were the 90s, right? When they were all going up, and
yeah,
I was joking, we should call ourselves a cell phone tower commission.
exactly.
But we got pretty good at that in terms of understanding how to do it. And then the county did that co-location code, and it was so good the telecommunications industry was threatened by what Lincoln County did and threatened to sue us. That's how good it was. So
Good. All right. So anything else, anyone?
I just have one quick comment that if I really appreciate, Madam Chair, what you said earlier about potentially meeting in person, especially, I hope as soon as we meet in person too, that we can honor Judy's service, and that maybe Judy, if we're once we get back in person, even if you've stepped down from the commission, and we'll be seeking additional people to come on the commission. We've got 2 empty seats, but that you'll come back for a night.
I certainly could.
Let's do that and
yeah, I
you
could
know,
be
visit. Okay.
on even available on temporary basis for something if you lacked commissioners for it.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Until they're filled. Right. I see what you're saying.
Uh-huh.
Right. Just step down once we actually have the.
Mhm.
Okay. Thank you for that.
I would like to go back to having alternates too. Once you fill the seats, I think that was helpful in the past.
And I'd be willing to be an alternate, just not someone on call all the time.
Well, alternates are on call all the time. It's just that sometimes you
Or-
might not get to vote.
Okay, well,
Yeah.
okay.
So,
I don't know if that confuses things, Anno.
Let me, well, I'm trying to remember off the top of my head whether because we talked about when, and I'd rely on Jerry, and maybe let's get back to you on that, because again, maybe it's just late in the day and my brain is fogged on that issue, but we were trying to move away from alternates to have just sort of a standard set of number of commissioners.
Oh, okay.
And
Yeah.
Jerry,
I don't
do you
remember that.
recall that?
Assistant Council Herbage. The deal is we actually drafted some amendments to the procedure and to the code. And one of them was to remove alternates. And I don't remember, something happened that we didn't get through this. We're going to revisit it. Now, understand, I'll be consulting with the planning department, the board of commissioners, and my new boss, Kristen Ewell, who's taking over for Wayne Belmont, and we'll get some sort of direction on that. But the last proposal was that we do away with the alternates, but we do what we can to have a full planning commission of 9 members. So in fact, if you look at the old rules, I think they contemplated, if I recall right, a student stand-in and this and that, some other things that we're not doing. But we'll revisit that and we'll be in touch. So remember, that's one of the jobs, of course, of the Planning Commission, is that generally when we change code, change procedures, in other words, we do legislation not related to a direct application, but to our own procedures and our own code, we run those by you. So that'll probably come up in the future again.
Okay, I don't recall that, but that's okay. I have COVID brain, but.
And I think part of the conversations were happening internally because we got to a point there where we really needed to do get new, we had some, frankly, some deaths and people leaving the commission. So we needed to get our numbers back up. And I remember Jerry was, and we were a lot of discussions, and it seemed like the alternate thing seemed to create more confusion than, we just, if we give people the votes and they arrive, and at least we've got 9, then we've got a really good cushion for being able to make sure that if people are out of town or something like that, because I think with the alternates, we got to 12 and then, but Andrew, you recall, I don't, out of all those decades that we've had alternates, it seemed like most of the time, most people got to vote. I think I'm searching my memory. You
I
remember
beg to differ because
Okay.
you outvoted me on one issue that I was still to this day do not.
Oh my God.
It was that vote.
Oh, no, not,
Oh my
I was
goodness.
the alternate.
oh, no, you were naughty.
I don't even recall what it was about. See when things don't go your way, you're such more likely to remember that, right? That's just a case in point there.
No, I
Right.
remember also, I remember there were several times where the alternates were there and the chair had to say, well, you can't vote. And it's
Yeah.
kind of like a slap in the face. And it didn't happen to me, but I could tell just from body reactions to the people that, they didn't like it. So
All right.
but we should have a full 9 member but other than that, I don't know if we need alternates. I'll just like this evening, 2 people are missing, so.
Right.
Because right now with Judy still on board, we're at 8. And so what at the very least, we need to fill what will be Judy's replacement. And then we need another North Coast rep to get us to the full 9. And I think that was something that Jerry spotted too, is that we really needed to get our numbers up to make sure that our quorums hit the legal minimum. So, yeah, I always felt, looking back at the alternate question for a minute, I always felt that the most important thing was participating in the deliberation, because over the years there weren't that many split votes. Maybe, Andrew, that's why that one is so memorable to you, because it was so rare. I like to think I didn't make a horrible decision that night.
Well, it's their building permit expired and it never happened. So it was the Lighthouse Whale whatever this development between Seal Rock and
Oh, Mariners
South-
Village.
Mariners Village.
Right,
yes.
and okay, I'm so glad you brought that one up because that's the one and only vote my entire service on the commission, all those years that I regretted. That was a horrible vote. And I was brand new that night. And I've
But
talked
Bill-
about that all the time.
Bill predicted it. He said it wasn't good. He said that once they looked into it, he goes, they're not going to have all those little small lots. They're not going to get septic approval, blah, blah, blah. So whatever, for whatever reasons, it went away.
All right, well.
Okay, we should
I
probably.
agree with
move
you, Andrew.
along.
That was a bad vote. My first night and I stared and that same night I went home and I stared at the ceiling going like, oh my God, what did I get myself involved in?
Okay,
No.
but
Okay, thank you.
we're off track.
Yes, we're on planning commission concerns, so
Yeah.
we lost all the lawyers and everyone else at this point. But anyways, anything else for the good of the order?
That's great.
All right. Well, good night, everyone. That concludes our meeting for this evening, and I'll see you all in a week.
Thank
Okay.
you.
Very good, everybody.
Thank you. Very good.
Bye.
Bye.